You
Navigators,
missed.
you find yourselves in the new location. Wow, so
Don't
weird that you killed
burn my
everyone on the
laptop.
train.
And
Yeah,
we are
we're on the
officially
train. It
live.
did not go well.
As
Fennec
you-
scarred the DM on our last train trip.
Oh no, I don't mind because this is a nice perspective for the audience. But not to interrupt, we are officially live, and Fennec, yes, you guys did scar me on the last train ride. Simple 5 minute of roleplay turned into 3 sessions.
Yay.
You handed him it on a silver platter.
No,
Well, I'm in for a fun time.
you opened a door you shouldn't have opened, but
And she was in for a good time.
Oh god.
not with Fennec. A little too short for her taste.
I'm going to end it there.
But with that, we are joined once more by our new friend, Zarya. We unfortunately are going to be short of Yami this evening, so you're going to have to bear without Meilei's new battle trainer.
Where did he go? Doesn't he know that the train has milk?
God.
Maybe he's tired of bumming cigarettes from Levin.
True.
It's not necessarily
feel like-
milk.
I feel like Levin smokes cheap cigarettes.
He rolls his own. Of course, it's cheap.
Yeah, he rolls them.
But a quick little background before we jump into the session this evening. Some of the things that happened last session was that the party had found out that Zarya is actually there to, or at least Ceres is the one who knows. I'm not sure if Levin knew. That
Told Levin.
Zarya is there for Melee. After once more being stalking an individual using invisibility, Zarya was persuaded to join the party, at least on a temporary basis. This was after quite an amazing thing happened where Ceres was out Ceres in stealth. Which is very surprising because Zarya is a Goliath. So for an 8-foot woman to vanish in the crowd was impressive. Once together,
Just leaps over a wall.
exactly. See, just hides behind it like a tree. You pull the branch down over your face.
Yeah.
After they had gotten back to the bar, there was an engagement between 2 players. So you had Levin and Zarya, who decided to spar. Levin once more demonstrating his skill with the chalk while using his fog cloud to hide and attack. This did eventually draw a crowd, which resulted in both players hiding to avoid getting into any trouble, and we left off with the players regrouping back within the tavern, and that's where we're going to take it off as they discuss how they're going to travel to Shard.
All right, so I think we already determined that we can take some jobs on the train to limit the amount of coin we're spending. I'm all for it.
Yes.
If we
Also-
can get them, Miz.
Our newest friend has offered to help get us on the train as well.
I make no promises.
She'll be great. She's gonna do great. Get us all on board, no problems.
Right.
I did not say that.
Speaking of promises, Levin's gonna go over to the bar and procure 2 mugs of ale.
Hugs them
Ah,
immediately.
one of those was going to be mine, but never mind. Levin's gonna order a third.
And Fennec will pop up. Thank you.
A fourth.
Oh, well, that wasn't for me. Sorry. Cool.
Well, we might as well Levin turns back towards the remainder of the group. Does anyone else want one?
I'm
We'll
fine.
take
Thank you.
another.
I'm good for now. Hey, DM, would Gearfried have recognized the bard? You mentioned the bard is Seth in his elf form. Gearfried hasn't seen that. Is he dressed the same? Based on, sorry, you cut out there. Based on what?
I know. You'd be able to make distinctions based off of the fact that you would still see the outline of the scales that are scarred into your skin. If that fact was pointed out to you, you'd be able to kind of make that identifying decision.
So I wouldn't notice just passively.
You would notice it passively. That's what I'm saying. So as long as you can connect that the dwarf and the elf both share those same markings, you'd be able to connect the dots, unless somebody directly points it out to you.
Right. Hey, so is Seth using some sort of disguise spell or what's the deal? He was definitely not like that last time I saw him. He was a dwarf. I spoke to him in Dwarvish.
Looks like he looks the same as the first time I saw him.
Wait, was he? He was different when you saw him as a dwarf then.
Yes, that was a surprise.
No one pointed that out. No one thought that was at all.
I thought it would have been obvious. That's why I was surprised.
Okay, now I'm back to being highly suspicious of this music man now.
Welcome to Time with Seth.
Seriously,
Well,
Gearfried, try to keep up.
suppose I'll burn that bridge when I get to it.
Truly. Much like a union.
How dare you? Anyway, should we prepare for the journey, or are we? Is there anything else anyone needs to do before we?
Nope. Just make sure that you all have cute little healing packs tied to your belts. Because you're all fuck ups.
Being very honest, I preferred it when you were dodgy and enigmatic.
I'm still dodgy and enigmatic.
Yeah, that really hasn't changed.
I know, but when she was, I suppose, would it be rude to say I liked you more when I knew less about you?
Fair. I liked me more when I knew less about me too. She will go get herself a strong whiskey.
Gearfried is going to not drink, but just kind of hang out, and I'm gonna count the amount that Zarya drinks because this has become mildly entertaining and interesting.
Okay.
I think you lose count.
He can count pretty high.
Yeah, my intelligence.
What do I need to be rolling constitutions, by the way?
Oh, that's going to be a question I'm going to ask in about 30 seconds when I ask, how drunk is everybody getting if you're planning on leaving the next morning?
Yeah, Levin
Ultimately, 5 or
isn't one
more.
to drink to excess, so
5 or more, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, and it should probably be like 4, actually. 4 or more.
Oh yeah. Saving throw? Or...
Saving throw, please.
I mean, you are poisoning yourself, so yeah.
Theris will get absolutely hammered off really nice whiskey, but when she's done, she will cast Lesser Restoration on herself.
I love it.
Cheater.
Why aren't you letting me roll?
I don't know.
Hope that wasn't the reason.
Okay, for some reason my D&D Beyond sheet is not working. to the other one.
It's always good that we have a backup. Now, for the rest
Do
of
you have the
any-
beyond? Do you have the beyond 20 like widget?
I think she's drunk already.
you are drunk
Wow.
after that fourth one. Like you were already like
Wow.
missing your seat in a sense
Could
as you went to sit
could
back
I
down.
could I possibly entreat you to a stupid idea?
Sure.
Are you saying?
She
What's
has
that? Oh.
advantage on Constitution saving throws involving alcohol because she is an alcoholic.
I would argue disadvantage on
I would argue
No!
disadvantage on wisdom saves while drunk.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick with the
Stop
standard roll.
Okay.
However practiced you might be at it.
You're
Always-
as good as you are.
Always gotta try.
You gotta try. But yeah, you're drunk. Now, what type of drunk is Zarya? Is she like a belligerent drunk? Is she that person that's gonna start the bar fight? She a
Please
quiet
tell me
drunk?
she's a maudlin drunk.
I think she's just the same, but a little more irritable. And just noticing the slurring of words, which I will not do because I cannot slur my words in a Russian accent. That is impossible.
Ooh,
So what I'm hearing is you need to get drunk in real time. Do it.
Lower.
Bestie, I have never taken a sip of alcohol in my life.
Fair. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm a cancer survivor. My liver has been through enough.
Definitely fair.
Fair.
Valid point.
I love that joke. Oh god.
How's
So
your-
yeah, she's just a little more annoyed and surly. Which, from what you've seen of her already, is not that much of a change.
Alrighty. Anybody else who's drinking 4 or more? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck it. Let's have Fennec go. Con
Look at
save.
Fennec drowning his woes. Now,
Just-
I gotta ask:
In a thimble of whiskey.
Are you gonna fight the bard?
Let's see what the roll says. Would it be a normal roll?
Yeah, just give me a straight roll. Hey, look at that!
30.
After 4 beers, or after 4 drinks, you're kind of fine.
Ugh. God, I knew this tolerance of practice and shit would work. Bartender, you get anything stronger?
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Do I look like somebody who wouldn't be sure of that question?
He's not sure how to
Okay,
answer.
I'm ugly as sin. I sound like an old man. Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. He's gonna pull out a bottle that has, and like it's almost like cartoon style XXX, like it's that triple X moonshine, and he pours you a 4-finger shot.
Oh,
One for me as well.
that's right, sister.
Okay. He will do the
Do not call
same.
me sister.
And as you drink, both of you go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All right,
Zarya,
Fennec,
yours at
are we
disadvantage.
cheers it? Cheers. And you said con save?
Yes, sir. Anybody else who would like this drink as well can roll me that Constitution saving throw.
That was a 21.
Okay. It's all your necromantic endeavors.
I think I'm dead.
Oh.
I think I'm just dead.
Not dead, but
No, wait. I know how to end this. Saris leans up against the bar, looks over at Zari, and just looks. So, you come here often?
I need to go throw up.
Well, never had that response before. And I will take her drink from the counter and finish.
Were you making a pass at the new person that you just recruited?
No, that's Gauche. I was stealing a drink.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Who, me?
Yep, if you're drinking it.
Oh, because I'm drinking the moonshine.
Oh yeah. It's that type of moonshine that'll put you on your ass.
Hey, that's the good stuff.
Proper moonshine with the X's on the jug.
Yeah, exactly.
Georgia
You feel-
resident here. We got
you-
the best hoop.
You feel an instant wave of drunkenness phase through you, but it subsides kind of quickly before leaving you relatively chilled.
Well, that was disappointing. Alright. Well, I'm off to bed. See you all in the morning. Melee, come along.
Melee will follow.
I will go to bed.
All right, and for the rest of you,
Going up outside.
okay.
If Zarya somehow winds up passing out, Levin's just gonna keep watch in case. Warren wrote things usually don't happen here, but he's not gonna take that chance.
But
Which
wait,
is fair.
World the place where Fennec has to be on his absolute best?
Yeah, that's where your ass was branded.
No.
Alright.
That would be the train.
Also,
Okay, with the fear of getting arrested, Fennec's going to the bathroom. If he can find it.
You would. You're sober enough. You can find it.
Alright. I'm gonna go drain out and no, go sit on the patio for a little bit.
Alrighty. Is there anything specific anybody would like to do for the remainder of the evening before we jump ahead to the next day?
Good.
No, I'm good.
Can't think of anything.
have my job assignment, so I'm good.
Alrighty. So with that,
Just to
Yep.
double check though, my particular job assignment, I have I know where to go, and I have the decoy item.
you were
Correct.
given 3 scrolls that he wants you to swap out for the originals that are being decoded.
And they told me exactly where I need to go to
Yes.
drop these off. Okay,
100%.
that's all
Yes.
I needed. Just double checking.
Nope. Fair question.
Does this thing have a fucking day and night cycle? What the fuck did I just see on the
Oh,
boundary?
It does.
It does.
It has a
Yeah,
calendar
it
too.
does.
Holy shit, that's insane. This is insane.
Not sponsored by Foundry.
Right? Love Foundry. If only we were sponsored by
alright.
Foundry. It'd be quite wonderful. We love your system, by the way.
Foundry's good when it works.
It works like 93% of the time. But still like it better than other systems. No matter what, let's keep on going. So it is now the next morning. Some of you have wicked hangovers, one of you in particular. And the rest of you are kind of congregating first thing in the morning. You
Imagine
are,
Zarya doesn't have a hangover because she threw up all her alcohol.
yeah, but if
still
she,
hangover.
that's a lot of still leaving her body dehydrated, which would still leave her with the hangover.
Aw.
Oh, I'm dehydrated? Drink more
Oh.
alcohol.
Oh dear God, hair of the dog.
Yes.
Water should not say get hangovers?
What happened?
I just
You
thinking
wa-
out loud, do water gymnastics get hangovers because they're constantly whatever. Shower thought for another session.
we'll
No,
we'll
that's
talk about that over the
interesting.
break.
They're not
Yes.
water elementals.
That's which part of the centaur gets pregnant. God, shit.
Ew.
It's like, wow,
Yeah.
what's it feel like being drunk? I don't know. Ask a glass of water.
Oh my god.
All right. So
All right.
next day,
On that note, you guys are all together. You are gearing up to attempt to get a discounted price on the Lightning Rail. You know that Ramasaduran is not currently available. He is away in a different country. So you cannot rely on him this time. But
Oh,
you are
Zarya.
going...
Mm.
No, go ahead.
Would you carry me across the threshold? Bat's eyes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Never mind. Skips on through.
You are going to see a messenger arrive with a box. Excuse me. I'm looking for the Dapadans. Has anybody seen the Dapadans? And he's calling
What
out
the
the tavern.
fuck?
I point to Gearfried and Fennec. There they are, right there.
And he is
Levin
going
has
to...
followed with pointing towards them.
The messenger is
What
going
kind
to walk up to the Dapper Dans that were identified, and he is going to give them a gift, a box. This was left with us in the office. It's got your name on it. It was apparently something that Ramos wanted to give.
Oh,
Enjoy.
Oh, Ram, he's so considerate.
let me. All right, I'll take a look at that, and your people will take the box and open it.
You would see a pair of sending stones.
Oh, look at that. Got sending stones. Wait, are these connected to something already, or are these just a pair that link to each other?
A pair that
I'll
link to
try
each other.
talking into them.
Okay. Gearfried's gonna toss one to Fennec and just be like, "Boy, can you hear me?"
Put it.
Something's right there.
No, I know.
Yeah, but can you hear me through the through the stone? Like, can I don't know? Are we too close for this to work? I need to step back a few feet.
Hold on. I have a place. He runs off through the tavern, and then all of a sudden, testing.
I assume I can hear it.
They are functioning sending stones.
Oh, look at that! We have sending stones. How thoughtful.
Then he
I-
walks back in.
I don't know who
What
wants to
kind
keep
of
track of
dickheads
that.
name themselves the Dapper Dans?
Exactly.
Well, it's a long, illustrious story, which I can sum up in about 30 seconds.
It's Fennec's fault.
And how, has Fennec been within earshot of Saris talking to Zarya?
You tell me. You were the one who ran across the bar and then ran back.
But,
I'm going
like,
to
would
assume if they're not trying to be subtle about their conversation, it would be very easy for you to be in earshot.
More so,
she's not hiding anything now.
I was going to say, it's more so, would he have heard the comment of, I'm looking for the Dapper Dans, and her saying, they're over there?
Well, you were sitting with Gearfried when the messenger approached.
Okay.
So it's not that they responded, they pointed. So no, you didn't hear them point. But you would have been able to
Well,
see
she-
that both Saris and Levin joined in and
Okay.
pointing. Sorry, go ahead, Saris. What was that?
I was gonna say I did say there over there.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So
I
then
didn't just point. I vocalized.
I retract my statement. You would have heard her vocalize, "They're over there." My bad.
And also, Missy, what do you mean they're over there? Have you not been traveling with us? Are you not a Dan that is semi-dapper?
She draws a dagger. Ever say that to me again, and you will be sitting on this for the rest of your life.
Which part?
Where do you think?
No, not that. I know where you're going to stick it. Which part should I not say again?
Calling me a Dapadan. I
Yes,
travel with some.
Would you prefer a Dapper Danny, a Dapper Danielle?
I am going to slit your throat in about 30 seconds.
He's gonna have this smile on his face, like he knows he's doing it.
Well, regardless of how we affiliate, and Gifrid's going to like place his hand on the dagger and put it down.
All right, all right. I'm sorry. You travel with the Dapper Dan. I apologize. Hug it out.
Walks away.
Damn it.
Wait, hold on, come back, and Gifrid's going to like pull her on the shoulder. If we've got these sending stones, I figure we might as well give it to the person who's constantly breaking off to do her own shit. Gifrid's gonna hand
We
you.
just met Zarya. That is a slanderous way to describe her. You don't know.
Take the fucking stone, Saris.
God damn it, no! Okay, fine, whatever.
Take the stone or give me a hug.
Takes the stone.
It's so
He
back
looks
up.
at you. Better go look at Gifford. That's how you get it done.
You
Apparently,
But
do
you-
realize that
with the-
handing it to her, she has no obligation to use it, correct?
I know, but at least she can tell us that she's going somewhere when she's doing it.
Also, Saris came downstairs. She's dressed. She has like a waistcoat and a frock coat, and she's got like trousers on and some nice buckled shoes, and her hair's kind of in an updo now.
So
And she still has the brown hair and light tan skin.
you look dapper.
She looks like a well-to-do merchant.
So some might argue dapper. Okay, I like it. I like it.
She will stab God.
You can certainly try to stab God. God will stab you back. Oh,
I'll say Zarya is pretty much wearing the same outfit.
I'm going to go to my room to retrieve my things. Shall we set out soon?
Yes, Levin, can you dress like an assistant?
Considering I don't have the clothing to do so, I will have to use a spell. When will I need to do this?
Maybe later then. I'll let you know.
Alright.
We should work on your wardrobe at some point.
I still have the formal outfit.
That's too nice.
I figured.
Also, it's too distinctive as Valinor.
Fair. But in order for me to have access to other outfits, I would need to be back at my apartment at Sharn.
What a convenience.
DM, you.
Yes, sir.
How much did you say the tickets cost for the train?
229 gold pieces for a standard fare.
And only a few of us could get the discounted fare with the jobs versus the. Because there was only 5 or 4 jobs, if I remember right, and then there were the discounted seats as well.
well, the discounted seats you haven't gotten yet because that's something that Zarya is going to attempt to get for you, and then that would be extended possibly to everybody, unless some just want to take jobs just to be safe. Because as Zarya said,
Again,
she's
she
not
makes
making
no
guarantees.
promises.
Zarya managed to guarantee a discount, so we're fine.
Gah!
Selective hearing at its best.
What are my spells for today?
She makes no guarantees.
She makes guarantees.
Saris just smiles at her sweetly.
Oh, this is fun. So, with that, is there anything you'd like to do before you start making your way to the Lightning Rail? Any other questions or clarifications you want to make?
Believe Saris is ready.
To go.
I'm ready.
Yep, good to go.
Alrighty.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. What's
was
African
thinking
sponge you
that.
want, babe?
I was thinking that. All right.
Same brain.
Making your way through Rote, it is very easy to find where the Lightning Rail is, particularly because many of you were just there yesterday. The city itself is in hustle and bustle, as always. As you approach the Grand Central Station, well, starting off, Saris, or Zarya, and by extension, Saris, how are you attempting to get this discount?
She will look. So, Zarya, You mentioned that you might be able to work in a discount. How were you going to do that?
Putting on the spot.
Zarya?
On that note, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break while we go and refresh our beverages and allow you a chance to gaze through our wonderful merch and past videos. We'll be right back.
While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com. And if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms. Also, be sure to check us out on YouTube and Spotify. If you would like to support us, check us out on Patreon as well. All the links are able to be found on playersoftherealms.com. While you're there, check out our wonderful merchandise. We are in the process of adding more, so keep an eye out. Patreon subscribers receive a discount on all purchase, so while on the store it's more incentive to help support our wonderful cast. While our players take a brief break, check out playersoftherealms.com, and if you need dice and other things like that, check out dicelegion.com and use product code POTR to get 10% off of your purchase while simultaneously supporting us here at Players of the Realms.
We are back. We are refreshed. And we've got eyes back on Zarya. As Sarah's put her in the hot seat. As she questioned, well, how are you going to get this discount? So, what's the plan?
Saris will look at Zara. You're giving me a very blank expression.
I don't look. I can try. I barely manage. I can get me on the train. I don't know if I can get all of you on the train.
Let's try a different tack here. Why were you behind in the employees only section?
I have contacts with the people who is it they own or operate? I can't remember
Maintain.
which is which.
Maintain.
They maintain.
They maintain.
I have contacts with people who maintain the trains.
You have contacts within House Diorian? Oh,
House Orion.
not necessarily House Orion, but you have a contact within the Lightning Rail employment structure? Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Can you introduce me? She gives a wide Cheshire Cat grin.
I don't know. Can I? DM? I still don't know.
You
how
can
she
certainly
does
introduce. You could certainly introduce contact to them, but just for a small bit of clarification, within the Lightning Rails, they are maintained by House Caneth. So whereas they're owned and operated by the Orion House, because these contraptions were made by House Caneth, that's who maintains them.
That makes sense.
So that would be common knowledge among any city person, that you would know that they do the maintenance work.
Sarah sort of grits her teeth a little as she contemplates dealing with yet another marked house.
I mean, if you don't want to.
No. This is not unexpected. And perhaps, as they say, the devil you know. Trust me, you'll get to know me quite well as your own personal devil. Smiles again.
All right. Where can she find her? Who does she need to talk to possibly get the group on the train?
So the individual that is your contact, his name is Bortando. For those who want Bortando, yes, Bortando.
Rotunzel. Got it.
Bortando.
Sure, insult the person who you're trying to get a ride from. Absolutely.
We're
Great
not
idea.
using
Start with
Reddit.
that.
Would you expect any less from him?
Maybe absolutely not. I hope they send you. Then you guys have to pay full
No.
price.
Saris was very clearly worded, introduce me.
Sorry, can I get the spelling for that again?
Bortando.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, lead on.
Yeah, I guess I lead on.
And Saris will sort of instruct everyone to wait there for a moment. She'll be right back. And she will follow along with, shoulders, straight, upright posture as she walks, looking around with a little eye of appraisal at everything.
Maylee will be following you, unless instructed otherwise specifically.
She is my bodyguard.
That is
I also would
exactly
have dressed her
Maylee's
in more of
reason.
an assistant. I would have dressed Maylee as more of an assistant, kind of a similar attire, but maybe without the frock coat and more muted colors.
As I say, you got her in the bun and the glasses, don't you? Librarian look.
Yes.
So she would be following the rest of you. Are you going to oblige to Ceres's request and stay behind?
Yeah.
I feel like it's in Levin's best interest to keep an eye on Fennec and Gearfried.
I don't see what could go wrong. I mean, he's got the charisma.
But he asks the wrong questions.
Look, Levin, if you think it's more important for you to be going and looking after the new recruit, I can watch Fennec. I'll make sure he doesn't do anything that his father wouldn't want him to do. If only he were here. Where is he? Whatever. I'm sure at some point.
I suspect in steerage.
Yeah, likely.
Yami's with you at the Grand Central Station of the Lightning Rail, but
he is saying this loud enough for Yami to hear.
That's okay. Whether or not Yami, he just walked off to his store to go get some get a new flask or something like that. You know, whatever he needed to walk away.
He's out of cigarettes.
He's tired of Levin's home rolls, so he wanted some fresh packs.
Right. Well, if you want to go look after Ceres and the new one, Zarya, then I can watch Fennec.
No, I'm fairly confident that they won't be doing anything on the train that would require us to leave the train. That said, I didn't take very long getting what I needed out of that scuffle yesterday.
Were you trying to measure up? Just her combat prowess?
No. Personality profiling.
And what were you able
Whenever
to
Ceres... What would I need a name for?
I said, what were you able to ascertain?
Short version. No-nonsense brawler. Capable of temporary flight and the ability to expunge volatile breath.
Wait, you got all that from a sparring match?
She was also capable of adapting to the situation and capable of hiding her large frame if the need arises. She's also easily provoked if you target her ability of measuring up other people. But she detests useless fighting, although she can be provoked into one.
Well, alcohol's definitely a weakness she's got. She was putting them down like crazy. I lost count last night.
A trivial method, but yes.
17.
Surprised she's still alive.
I'm not.
I respect it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know much about Goliaths.
We're going to pause there for a second.
Oop.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Fennec. Finish us off, and then we're going to jump over to this new connection.
It's a moot point because she failed all her saves and Fennec didn't. It was going to be a comment on that, but I was phrasing it wrong in my head.
That said, I was walking out. Which one of you morons decided to place a bet on that?
Oh, that was me and Yami, I think. I bet on you.
Well, considering the fight was interrupted, I would say neither of you won nor lost.
Well, there's always next time.
Jumping over, you would see the hissing of mechanized parts. You would hear the radiating sound of the humming of the elemental crystal that powers these devices. You make your way back all the way towards the front where the main engine is. As you get there, you see a human, 6'4". He is very muscular. He's bearing a dragon-marked mark of making. and you notice that he has similar contraptions that Gearfried has as an artificer.
Another gear free.
Well, this one's human. Oh, Zarya. Welcome back.
What was his name again? I know you just said it, and I've already forgotten it.
Bortando.
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 Boruton.
Toe.
Boruto? I need it written out. I'm so sorry. I can't.
No worries, you'll get used to it. He's your new connection.
Bortando.
Bortando. Okay. Bortando. I need some help.
Sure. What do you need help with? Did you kill a guy?
No.
Well, then that's good. What can I help you with?
Points and stares. You.
Hello. Yes, sorry. I've learned she's a woman of few words, one of her many delights.
Surprise.
It's like, yes, she recently came to me following up on her contracted assignment. I have some information to help her track her quarry in Shan.
You're going to notice that he has absolutely no idea what you're talking about when it comes to her assignment or tracking her quarry.
All right. Sorry, that was probably more information than you cared or wanted. She needs to go to Shan. I and some companions are assisting her as things have gotten more complicated, and we were wondering if we could arrange for, at the very least, some sort of discount on ticket prices for our travel. Is
He's
there like
gonna-
an employee discount we could utilize or something?
He's going to look at you with a perplexed and slightly amused expression on his face. Go ahead and start off by giving me a persuasion check.
I can do this.
Can I give the help action? Somehow.
I would like to ask you how, because ultimately you got the discount or the position due to your connections with that house and what you've made over the years. This is somebody who's a complete stranger basically saying, hey, help me get on this at least half price.
It would be a favor for me.
And what do I get out of it?
What do you want?
And clearly, if I'm doing you a favor, you're going to owe me a favor. You just don't happen to have a need for a favor yet.
Then I will owe you a favor.
Noted. I might be able to help.
All right.
Excellent. I love this. And does that mean I can have advantage? Or do we
Sure.
just get them at half price now? Because she.
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay.
Okay? Noted. If it's a favor, I guess I can help you out. This train leaves in about 2 hours. Give me an hour. When you go to the door, or when you go to the ticket keeper, tell him that your name is Eau de favor.
Can you spell that?
OWDAFAVOR.
Got it.
Sure, and you'll be able to pick up your tickets there.
All right. Thank you.
Just
Thank
remember,
you so much.
you owe me a favor. So, no questions asked, yes?
No questions asked.
And he is going to get back to work.
Theros gives him a deep, grateful bow as well, without any other comment, and just gestures for Zarya to lead her back to the group.
I better get a lot of fucking gold with you people.
Oh, I will make it worth your while.
Hmm.
Smiles like a Cheshire cat again. Oh my god, you are so much fun.
I don't like you very much, I think.
I know, and that's part of the fun. You are so delightful. Meili, take note. These are the kinds of people you want to enjoy your company with.
Meili is going to take a mental note.
Oh yes, the bounty hunter who is literally hunting her.
She is
Yes.
now
Oh,
going to wear a
okay.
very shocked expression on her face.
Why would you ruin?
Makes it more fun.
Touche. I deserve that.
Mm.
Oh look, it's the Dapper Dans and Levin.
Still a stupid name.
You're so
Oh,
not
good.
wrong.
I'm going to give you inspiration
Don't,
for that
don't
one.
talk about Levin like that. He's a great guy.
I feel
Blank
that
expression.
I feel that this roasting session's a bit undeserved. Will you please just get on the train?
In an hour, we will
Yeah.
approach a ticket booth, provide a name, and we will get what I assume is a sizable discount on our ticket purchases, rendering them imminently affordable.
Wonderful.
Wait, does the name literally fucking spell out ode a favor?
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
Come on, I thought that was kind of clever on the spot.
I like that.
It's so stupid. It's so
That's-
stupid.
That is so great. I love this guy.
Whew.
My character's name is literally Gearfried. And I'm an artist.
Oh, good.
I'm Zarya because I couldn't think of another name for a Russian character.
So, yes, the name is Eau de Favor.
Ode a favor.
Is that French?
Ode a favor.
Eau de Favor, yep. It's
Eau de
it's
favor.
Frenchish.
Be German. Oh, the fiver.
Ode a favor. The Swedish chef. Ode a favor.
Whew. So, as
Oh,
a
wait, we know we can't mention that. We'll get copyrighted.
Not how
Oh, we've already tested those grounds.
yeah, nobody sued us yet, so we're still doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there you go.
Don't start humming any tunes.
Yeah.
What is it? Don't go past 20 seconds, 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that. Little tidbit.
Didn't we get a warning?
Unless it's Disney, then
Yeah,
3
we
seconds.
We can do Steamboat Willie though. That's fine.
Steamboat Willie or any.
That's in public domain, baby.
Exactly. Now we're
I know.
past
Dan,
this.
didn't we get a warning at one point?
For language, we definitely got rated inappropriate for children.
Fuck.
Definitely. Yeah, that was early on.
We get one.
That was it.
Yeah, no, they
Oh, no.
they switched our account to not for children.
I'm sorry, when has this ever been for children?
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, I've always marked it, but one of my shorts actually had fuck in it, and it flagged us ever since that point. But yeah, don't say that word. It's bad. It's bad. Shh. It's not like I said it. I said duck. Yeah. An hour passes, and you walk up to the ticket booth, giving the name Eau de Favor, and you are given... Now, just to retcon a little bit, did you tell him how many people were going to be getting on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
She would have. Zarya is smarter than Pri.
You find that you have left 6 first-class tickets. Keep in mind, this does gauge his intentions on when he needs a favor.
He's
6
going to make
first-class
somebody.
favors. Seats. So yeah, keep that in mind.
I better get a lot of fucking gold. It didn't fucking say first class. It did. She starts cussing and like giant. Fucking bitch.
I mean, have you ever ridden first class before? Don't
No,
knock
it
till you-
means he's going to ask me for a bigger favor than if we'd just gotten business.
No, but it's business class. I mean, it's first class. You don't understand.
He's going to get me to murder somebody.
Right.
And at this
So-
point, it's not going to be someone I want to murder.
That's a weird sensation. Anyhow, it'll probably
Murder
be worth it.
criminals.
Well, I mean, everyone's a worthy criminal from a certain perspective, don't you think?
No.
Well, we can discuss overthrowing the bourgeoisie at a later time.
Sorry, I'm interested now. What's going on?
She just looks at Gearfried. No, I said crushing the proletariat.
What's that?
What are they? Do they even matter? Probably not.
That's when
There's
Gearfried
nobles
begins.
and then people.
That's when Gearfried starts giving his full
There
spiel.
are nobles who are people.
You do
Oh,
hear
yeah.
this loud steam whistle, signaling that boarding is beginning.
Yep, yes,
Alright.
that's our cue. Shuffle on board, everyone. Come along. What kind of room do we get?
You have a cart to yourself, specifically, within the first cart section, and you also have full access to the cafeteria and the smoke lounge.
Like, when you say to yourself, like, each of us has our own, like, little cabin? Or do we get,
Ultimately,
like, an entire...
two to a cabin,
Okay.
whereas it's like 4 to 6 normally.
Well, then I imagine Zarya's hanging out with Levin. Because Ceres is with Mei Li, and Gearfried is probably with Fennec.
I thought Pennick would be with Yami.
I kind of just
Nope.
tacked Melee on with you, Ceres. So I'm going to say that Melee is not counted in that 6. She just automatically
Okay.
counted into that one. Not trying to have Zarya owe any more favors.
Right, but I would look at the ticket processing assignment and notice that Melee is just sort of added as a sort of baggage element to my own ticket, and just say, "This is what I mean. The proletariat are not people." And I would look at Gearfried.
You're just gonna smile.
And here I thought Yami would be considered baggage.
No, he only brings it.
He's not the only one.
I'm right here.
She laughs. I'm kidding, Fennec.
Are you?
Want to hug it out?
Yep.
That was her kidding.
Evan's right there. She walks away.
Fennec's gonna look at Gearfried and just put up his hands like with his thumb and his finger. This close. This close.
I'm sure he'll get there eventually.
I would have if Levin hadn't intervened.
That's fine.
That's on you, big guy. I'll forgive you this time. I don't want to hurt you.
I'm going to go to my room and have a smoke. If there's nothing that any of you need from me, I'll see you at the end of the trip.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna retire to my room and work on Cogfried.
Do just keep in mind that you wouldn't be able to smoke in your cabin. You'd have to go to the smoke lounge for that.
Oh, Levin knows that.
I just
Doesn't mean he can't roll.
I was just specifying just in case anybody was like, no, I'm just going to smoke in my room. No, you're not allowed.
I remember my last trip.
But with that, however you guys would want to be partnered up, you can partner up. We are literally giving you
What?
5 minutes. Specifically, don't get into trouble. And with this,
I'll go and punch
I'm gonna
the
say-
doctor.
I'm gonna just say somebody tie Fennec up, and apparently somebody ties Zarya up too because I heard that.
We've learned that tying him up does nothing.
Gearfried will
Yeah, he
distract
likes
Fennec
it.
by talking to him.
Is there anybody who would be in either the smokers lounge or would be in the cafeteria or the first class eating area?
Is a nice fancy dining car?
It is a nice fancy dining car. Right?
Cool.
I think Zarya just is meditating in her cabin.
Mac,
Oh, whoops!
we found him. No, we didn't.
What Mac? I don't see a Mac.
We must be still at the bus stop.
Yeah,
So-
Zarya, while you're meditating, Levin is rolling up a new set of cigarettes for himself. He's taking his time with it.
And how about for the rest of you?
Gearfried will be distracting Fennec by just like engaging him in conversation,
Gotcha. You're going.
keeping him focused on something that's not chaos.
Check out the shiny cheat keys. Look at the jingle.
No, it would more so just kind of
Jingle,
be like
jingle, jingle.
striking up, just kind of like stuff to keep him. He would not manipulate, but lead Fennec into talking about like his past and stuff like that. Just to, like hear what's going on.
Everything that's wrong with Seth.
What was that?
I said, or everything that's wrong with Seth the Bard.
Actually, Gearfried's going to at one point just kind of be like, Fennec, I have to admit I was a bit surprised. I thought that the inevitable family reunion I was bound to have was going to elicit more of a violent response from you. Don't seem too keen on dwarves.
I mean, you're not wrong. But they were giving you enough shit to make up for it.
Yeah, that was a lot of my childhood.
Sounds like you have a lot to unpack too.
No, not quite. They were great brothers. They just, we shit on each other all the time. I shit on Axfried because he can't grow hair. Axfried shits on me because I can't grow beard.
I think it would make you look a little bit more manly if you did have one.
I know
Truth
it
be
would.
told.
I can't fucking grow it. I'm actually working on a half measure for that. That's to come later. But yeah, no, I trust me. I've tried. I can't grow a beard. Not proud of it.
Where is this?
I don't know if it's so much of it. I don't know if it's so much of like an innate hate for dwarves, but it's definitely a traumatic experience with them that really has stuck with me in the way I perceive them.
Where is this conversation taking place?
I was just gonna be in our cabin to keep him away from anything dangerous.
Okay.
Hold that thought, though, because I gotta go find the bathroom.
I'll go with you.
Almost.
Bathroom buddies. I love it. The devotion here.
Do you have to go, or are you just keeping an eye on me? And he'll air quote.
In fact, it is my belief that if I leave you unattended for more than 18 seconds, you're going to get yourself into some kind of irredeemable.
I am offended by that. 18?
What, you think you do it faster?
Easily. You want to put some money on it?
No, I don't. Don't fuck around. I don't want to find out.
I don't feel like getting in trouble again.
I wonder what everyone else is doing.
So what is everybody else doing?
Zarya's meditating.
You said
Levin's
we doubled. Sorry.
Levin's gonna knock on the wall to try to get Zarya's attention.
What?
Pardon? I've made some of these. Do you smoke?
What are they?
Cigarettes.
Yeah, I do.
Dried plant matter that you light up.
Yeah, I
inhale,
know.
and I was less familiar with whatever culture you represent, so I thought it'd polite to ask.
Whatever
Here.
culture. Don't be an ass. I don't represent anything.
You're a mercenary. You
Yeah.
represent yourself.
Pretty much.
Mercenary culture is diverse.
I
That's my
don't have
ignorance
a
towards it.
mercenary culture.
But you do associate with others as part of
Not
your work.
really.
Fine, then I will keep this short just to alleviate both ourselves. Levin's gonna leave 3 cigarettes. I'll be in the smoking lounge.
All right.
And Levin's gonna
Goes
leave
back.
the room.
Yeah. I will say she didn't really, she was like maintaining her posture and closed eyes during most of that, and just kind of resets back to that position.
Gotcha. Maintaining concentration.
Hmm?
Maintaining concentration.
Sure, yeah. Whatever, yeah.
Sure. I like it. Yes. So, in the smoking room,
Find your center.
Saris, what would you be doing?
Going over some of the finer details of teaching Mei Li how to control her mark through her own experience.
You mean more like
Saris.
manipulation?
Well, not necessarily that, because Saris understands that all marks behave differently, but just kind of more of the general fundamentals of, learning to channel the magic and find out what it does, because from what I understand, Saris doesn't really recognize the mark, so she's not sure what that means. But she's just, she's being kind of quiet and subtle about it, but, just teaching her some basic, well, when I need to channel the magic, it's different from casting spells because it's sort of in you. And you can sort of bring it forth, but there's a way to sort of, control it so that it creates a specific effect. And I'm not entirely sure what yours does, but if and when you decide to use it, you just want to be able to know. And she's like describing like how she can sort of find like where the power of the mark lies within her and that sort of thing.
Gotcha. So specifically, you're talking about utilizing the dragon mark.
Say that again?
Utilizing the dragon mark.
Yes, just
Gotcha.
teaching her like in general sense, because like I said, Saris doesn't know what hers does, but there's like Saris has her own experience to like describe how she taps into that magic. And then she'll, she might like at the end of it sort of like, and this is how it sort of complements what we do as, the faithful of Oladra, and how that magic can be used to supplement it.
She is beginning to internalize what you're saying, and in moments where in between your explanations, she is trying to put it into practice, but there's no immediate result that it happens, but at least now she does begin to follow whatever trainings you're showing her and how to handle that. You see just one small instance where the scar, the brand, begins to glow. Nothing happens.
Is it? I thought hers was kind of like on her back
Yes,
or her
but
side.
it would be one of those things that it was kind of bright enough that it was able to illuminate underneath the clothing.
Oh, okay.
Because it was on her
maybe,
lower back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe we need to, like, she like notices as like, we'll have to be more circumspect about this training. We don't want to give that away too soon. Or thicker clothing. Might want to look into thicker clothing. How do you feel about waistcoats?
As long as it's not too hot. That's all that really bothers me.
Might have to get used to being a little uncomfortable.
It's quite unfortunate.
Well then, and that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. Levin, you would be in the smoking room. Zarya, would you be joining him in the smoking room? Zarya?
Did we lose her again?
Sorry.
No, she's
Oh.
muted.
Yes, I am here. Sorry. What was that?
Would you be joining Levin in the smoking room, or are you just going to continue meditating for the time being?
I do think she's going to continue meditating for now. She might join later.
Alrighty. Levin, while you are in the smoking room, you see an individual who is sitting down. He has a expensive smelling cigar kind of in his hand as he's looking through several different newspapers. He would be a human. He is somewhat toned in a body structure, but for the most part, looks as if he keeps behind a desk for the majority of his time.
That's a unique aroma. What blend is that?
Oh, it's actually a blend that is here in Rote, the one that the king himself of Breland likes to enjoy. Would you like one? And he's going to offer you one.
Apologies, and he showcases his little case for cigarettes. I have my own to go through, but thank you for the offer.
Oh, it's quite all right. Quite all right. As you are looking through, as you are walking, I'm assuming you're still sitting from afar, or you didn't approach him?
Well, I would have approached to ask the question. I'm not yelling across the cart.
Alrighty. As you approach, you would see one of the pictures of the front page that he is looking at does show Fennec and Mech. Again, I go back to the glorious scene of them jumping off the skyboat.
That's a fairly old broadsheet. That's from over a month ago, isn't it?
Yes, it's just I'm refreshing myself on some details. This has been an interesting group.
Well, if I was witness to some of those events, was there anything that wasn't reported that you'd like to at least ask after?
Oh no, see, thankfully I'm one who tends to have a good amount of information about the events.
Oh.
But the exploits of this particular band has been quite interesting. I haven't been able to find out all of the members' names, but he's going to point at at Fennec. This one tends to stand out the most.
Hey, that one, and he's looking over at what Fennec was wearing in that photo. It's like, grungy.
Yeah, see, they apparently go by the name Dapper Dans.
Never quite understood the logic behind that name.
Neither do I. Plus, half the band, from what I hear, dresses like bums, so.
I believe there was what's the word here? Ostentatious goblin at one of the Orient events in Rote recently.
Yep, from what I heard, same guy.
Really?
As I said,
Guess I'll have to look into that.
I pride myself on information.
I do, but I myself also deal in such business, but more of on a client-by-client basis.
Oh, by the way, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Gallic Tabler.
Levin, private investigator over in Sharn. Usually I operate in Lower Dura.
Levin? There is 11 in that Dapper Dan group.
I did say I was witness to the events. I do not associate with that group. That was one of the errors I've been meaning to correct once I've made my way back to Sharn.
Well, I've actually been looking for you guys. And he's going to sit back in his chair and he's just going to take a long drag from his cigar.
Levin's going to gesture towards an open chair. Would you mind?
Please do.
Levin's going to take a seat and light up one of his cigarettes.
And as I said, I pride myself on information, and you guys seem to be in the thicket of it.
Life tends to get in the way of getting through things, so unfortunate associations, but following interesting characters usually leads to more information than not.
Here's the deal. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am very high up within the news guild. And, frankly, I'd like to know information before the papers majorly get it. I'd be willing to pay for that information.
Depending on the nature of the information, I can comment on some things, but the best you're going to get from me most likely is going to be first-hand accounts on very little concerning what they do, who they are. So,
well, I'm not asking about the group. I'm asking about, the things that you do. And, of course, what I offer would be varied based on what I get. But for something,
a negotiation, then.
For something simple, small bits of information that you might be able to give, I can expend 200 to 400 gold pieces. Big stuff, I could easily go up to 3,000 gold pieces.
I'm not one for gossip, so it will be dependent on the questions you ask.
Well, do extend my offer to the rest of the dads.
I'm sure that will go over well with at least 2 of them. I will remit your request to the group.
I appreciate it. And he's going to resume perusing his newspapers and toking on his cigar unless you have any other questions.
When was your last trip into Sharn?
2 weeks ago.
All right. Outside of any recent broadsheets, has anything cropped up that I should be aware of once we get back?
In Sharn? No. In the world? A little bit. I'm assuming you heard that new series destroyed.
Yes, some horrible business concerning an army of undeath, I believe.
Yep. Well, apparently the ex-king said that it could have been averted. Rumor that an individual who could have stopped the events was stolen away in the dead of night.
Individuals aside, in order for anything to reach where New Syria was, they would have had to cross through either the Mournland itself or Thrain, which there's inconsistencies with those reports. And that's one of the things that I was going to be looking into once I've returned to Sharn.
Well, from what I heard, they walked through the Mournland.
Sorry, repeat?
They went through the Mournland.
That would be a problematic trip and costly. Still, traveling through Karnath, through the Talintha Plains, crossing the Morn and entering through, they'd still have to enter Thrain proper. I'm surprised Border Patrol didn't pick that up. They're usually dogmatic for things like that.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily have had to make their way through Thrain proper. Breland, yes.
No, so they were south of the Bray River.
They were.
That would have been a worse trek. They would have had an easier time trying to make their way through Arwithon Keep. If they were trying to keep a low profile, and that suggests the use of magics.
Unfortunately, many of the towns suffered, though that only caused this army to grow.
Well, that's going to require some updates.
As far as I know, at least 3 towns were lost.
Which 3 along the way? Was Kenrun one of them?
For the specifics of the towns that were destroyed, you'd have to give me a moment. I'd have to recall. That happened a while ago.
Well, if they were going to raise any towns, if they were anywhere near the Bray River, Vatharund would have been the first one they would have most likely encountered.
Vatharund was destroyed.
That's a major city. And it's along the rail. The reports from there would have reached Star Laskor pretty quickly.
Squig, I hate to interrupt, but I got a Develop I had to talk to you about.
Nope, no worries. Enjoy your night and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Have a
Safe
good
travels.
Thank you. Yes, early morning.
Safe trip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Taking the red eye.
It's not that early, but it's getting up with the kids, get them ready so we can get to the airport.
Oh, the red eye is from stress.
Oh, yes. 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 I'm bribing with donuts.
All right, enjoy, buddy.
Have a good one.
Oh, wait, are you from the north or from the south?
I'm in Boston.
Be prepared for the heat.
Oh,
It is not exaggerated.
We had a 4-day heat wave up here. We haven't seen anything below 96.
Ooh.
It gets above that.
So,
Plus humidity.
getting
We're
back
also
to
talking 90% humidity, too.
getting back to the matter
Swampy.
at hand.
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
So, with this, you were able to find that Vatharund was destroyed. That's where we had just left off.
Well, thank you for the updates. I'm got several things that I'm going to need to look into. I'll take a moment to ask after your request.
Sounds wonderful.
Might I get your name again?
Gallic Tablor. Gallik Tablor. Tablor. He'll be getting added into the NPC list over the weekend.
Sorry, spell the last name once more.
Tablor.
All right, thank you. Levin's going to get up from his chair from near Gallic, and he's going to go find another chair because he wanted to spend more than 20 minutes on just having a smoke. He's not on the job, but now he's just being lazy. It's one of the rare instances that he can.
And that is okay. Because unless there's anything specifically pressing, we are just going to time jump ahead to your arrival in Sharn, and then we're going to wrap up the session there.
We made it to Sharn.
And nobody got arrested, yay! Or apprehended, yay! I'm so proud of you all.
Full
That's
disclosure.
a miracle.
Full disclosure. If Levin had told Saris about this guy, she was gonna walk over, lead him to one of the balconies, and pitch him over the railing.
Okay?
There is one thing Gearfried would like to do before we land in is Sharn, right?
Yes.
Yep, you're heading to Sharn, yep.
Yeah. Gearfried at some point would have ditched Fennec, left him in the room, maybe fell asleep or whatever. He just left, but he would go over towards Zarya's door, knock, see if anyone's home. So, hello?
Come in.
Hey there, and shut the door. Couldn't help but notice you seemed a little bit perturbed. Might not be the right word, but unsettled by the last that brought you in, Saris. I think I might be able to help you out.
What are you talking about?
It just struck me that you seem the type that doesn't like engaging in idle conversation or playing into anyone's greater narratives. And Saris is very much someone who likes to involve everyone in the things that she's doing. So I thought it would behoove you to just be extremely friendly despite how much it might kill you to do so. Just be overly friendly with her, and I promise you, she will leave you alone.
I don't care if she leaves me alone or not.
Well, I just thought I'd let you know in case that ever came to your noggin. Anyway, look forward to getting to know you if you ever plan on talking about it. And then Gearfried will sheepishly leave.
I'm sorry, she's a brick wall. You gotta knock it down a little bit before you can get to know her.
Oh, don't worry, Gearfried will try.
Sirius will just steal bricks slowly one by one.
Yeah,
And the
we're
brick
sure.
will somehow land on your face and hurt you.
They'll have all the bricks. Anyhow, I'm assuming we make it to town and Sirius does not actually murder this individual that you seem to be attached to.
After 15 hours, you do not commit murder unless you desperately want to, and that's going to raise a whole thing of issues because he is the head of the newspaper guild, so not when you want to just disappear.
For Ramos.
Oh, the only reason Saris would want to is this guy is purporting to have information about tracking her movements, which is the last thing she wants in the universe. And that makes him a liability.
Don't lie, I understand your
And-
reasoning.
Hmm?
I definitely understand your reasoning.
Yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
I assume maybe Levin knows Saris well enough to know not to mention that to her until after we arrive in Sharn.
Yep.
I'd be counting on that one as well. With that, you guys are officially at Sharn, and we are going to pause here for the evening.
And we level up.
Nice try. Maybe next session.
Keep saying it. Maybe it'll happen.
It will happen eventually, one of these sessions.
I mean, if you say it every session, eventually you'll be right.
That is my plan.
And then you'll say, see,
It's
it
like-
worked.
It's like Team Fortress 3. Every time you ask for it, Gaben delays it a day.
Mm.
But with that, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, and we will catch you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.